Okay, so you got your super missiles from the Sky Missiles item. After that, you can just come down here for a little freebie E-tank. If you're unfamiliar with getting out of here, just don't fall down there. There are ways of getting out from down there if you don't want to drop down, but you can just jump morph, get through here. There's a bomb block down there. Okay, let's actually talk about that. So this is a tricky spot. I feel like most people who've played enough Map Rando or Randomizer at all are kind of aware of this, but that's a bomb block down there. So if you drop down here, you're gonna have a pain of a time trying to get out. There's a thing called R jumping you can do. Actually, yeah, let's go over both of those. We're not gonna spend too much time on this, but you can R jump this, which is, it's called that because you need to be holding an angle button. If you crouch jump, you actually jump faster. Like, see how fast Samus's head is just in the ceiling there? If you crouch while holding an angle button, it takes a little bit longer for her head to hit the ceiling. So we're gonna abuse that to make this even work. And this is hard. I'm not suggesting people learn this for medium, but just so you're aware it exists. So you can pause, and then just before, you saw Samus twitch there a little bit. I pressed jump just before the pause faded out. So now Samus is in the middle of a jump, and she's holding down, except during the pause, I have released down. So now I'm going to pause and then quickly press down again, which will make her morph pretty much instantly. Which I need to be doing this after the pause screen fades to black. That's when I can buffer this input to make it come out as early as possible. So I'm holding jump, and then I'm going to tap down and then quickly tap left to roll after I've morphed. And I'm up. It's hard to tell what's happening during the pausing, but that's one way you can get out. The other try hard method is if you've ever done Alcatraz, where you do a wall jump and then morph out of the wall jump, because it only takes one tap to morph out of a wall jump. You can do that. This is the faster way. I like this trick, so I practice it a lot, so I can get it done pretty quickly. But those are the two ways you would get out of a 3-tile gap with morph if you accidentally fall down to a spot like that. Anyway, moving on. That's not the main point of this trick, of this tutorial. Main point is this next major down here, because you can go up there and you get your super missiles, you get your tank, and then you see this down here. It's like, oh, that might be important. Let me drop down, which I think is a good call. So we go here, we roll through, you get your item, and then you roll back through. Oops, I forgot I don't have power bombs. If you played a lot of hard trickies, you know what's coming. It's not that bad, but this can be scary if you don't know how this works. You've never tried this trick, because what happens, you roll through, you find the bomb block. Okay, let me see if I can shoot that. And you try to be quick, so you shoot, you morph really quick, and roll forward. Oh no, it didn't break. So it's easy for a new player to look at this and think you're stuck. You are very much not stuck. The reason it does this is because the camera is weird. So I've rolled from the right, so now the camera, because I'm going left, it's pushed the camera to the left because it wants me to see where I'm going. But because the camera is pushed to the left, that block is so far off screen, my shot can't hit it. So in order to do that, we need to do a camera manip. Now, if you've done this a lot, you're probably just used to this, so you just kind of do this. If you've run all the way from the left, you can see the camera is more to the right. There's more space on the right side of Samus than there is on the left. So now it just kind of works. So most people who do a lot of randomizers just do this without thinking. But this is something that could trip up new people, which is why it's in medium logic. There's arguments for and against keeping it in medium or whatever, or keeping it out of medium, because this is technically in hard logic to even do this. So that's one way of doing it. Another quick way of resetting the camera is you can moonwalk if you have moonwalk turned on. So all you have to do is just shoot and walk backwards, and you see the camera pushes that way. So now that we're back to having more space on the right side of Samus than on the left. So if you ever need to like quickly manipulate the camera to be facing a certain way, moonwalk is a great way of accomplishing that. But yeah, if you're ever stuck down here, just crouch, like manipulate the camera, crouch, shoot, and roll through, and you will be absolutely fine.